Hey everyone, welcome to Crypto Mining Insider. I hope you're having a great day. Today I want to take a look at the new KASPA miner coming from BITMAIN. This is the new BITMAIN KS3 and it's going to be coming soon. And they're going to be announcing the price of this miner, I believe, on May 19th. Because we had the opportunity to guess the price. And if we guess the price, maybe we could win $10,000 coupon that could be used towards the future. But I guess the odds of winning are pretty slim. In today's video, I want to give you my thoughts on this new miner. Beginning with, I'm actually pretty sad about it because honestly, I love GPU mining. And so for the many thousands of people who would be able to mine KASPA with your GPUs, only I guess a few thousand of them are probably going to maybe get their hands on this miner. However, I think the profitability is very misleading, and I'm going to be getting into that in a minute. Before I begin today's video, I just want to give a shout out to Coin Mining Central. They're running a really big sale on all their BITMAIN miners, anywhere from 300 to 500 pounds off the miner price, includes delivery. I'm seeing miners for the first time like the L7 on their site for below $5,000. And some of the other miners I've been thinking about getting, like the E9 Pro, they're extremely attractive in price. So if you've been thinking about maybe buying an ASIC, maybe now is the time, depending upon your situation. So definitely go check out the team at Coin Mining Central. And I'll be putting links down below. In full disclosure, I'm an affiliate, so anything you buy from them, I get a tiny commission, and it helps me out, so I appreciate it. Although I'm very sad about losing KASPA mining to ASICs, I really enjoyed mining KASPA with my GPUs, but there's no way I'll be able to compete with these new generation of miners. Recently, we've seen the ICE miners, and now the new KASPA miner from BITMAIN is just really a powerhouse. This new miner makes a ton of money, and I think that's what's got a lot of the draw to it. We're seeing currently on ASIC miner value, and it's May 18th of 2023. It's showing this miner is going to be making $2,419 a day after electric. I mean, that's really insane to have a miner. I've never seen any miner up that profitable before. And the reason for that is because of the power of this miner. 8.3 terahash at 3,188 watts. So we're not talking about going from mega hash or gigahash, 8.3 terahash. That's a lot. And the KASPA network is not so big where it doesn't take many miners to quickly overrun it. And if I'm looking over at KASPA on mining pool stats, I can see the whole network is about 1.11 petahash. So it's not that big, and it doesn't take many of these miners to really overtake it. And I'm really worried that it'll become a show kind of like Cadena. See, in Cadena, when I originally got the KA3 miner, they were very powerful, very profitable miners. And I quickly watched the miners go from making like $70, $60, $50 a day to now a lot of times below $10 a day. And I'm afraid we're going to see the same thing happen with the new KASPA miner. So get an idea too, looking at Cadena, you could see the difficulty. You could see the hash rate going straight up, whoosh, like a rocket. And why is that? It's because BITMAIN flooded the market with too many of these miners too fast. So many people who've gotten the KA3s like myself were really struggling to just ROI on it. And that's one important factor I just want everyone to be aware of and keep in mind when they're looking to purchase a miner like this. Looking at KASPA, we're seeing a lot of hash rate come onto it really quick already. But I see this number going up exponentially quick in the near future, especially once these new KS3 miners come out. Even on the ASIC miner value site, there's even a disclaimer in here, warning, first ASICs for the K-heavy hash algorithm profit will drop significantly on the first batch release. And that's because it doesn't take many of these miners to really double or even triple the hash rate on the KASPA network. I thought this would be easier to demonstrate to you if I showed you the numbers in a spreadsheet. So if I made any errors, definitely drop a comment down below and I'll put any updates in the description, but I believe my calculations are right. So on the KASPA network, the overall hash rate is about 1.1 petahash, which is 1110 terahash. And if you have the BITMAIN, the KS3 is 8.3 terahash, then we're going to be looking, it's only going to take 133 of these KS3 miners to double the hash rate. Only 133 or 133.7 to duplicate what's there right now. And once you double the hash rate of it, if that happens, then you're going to see the daily revenue drop down significantly. But if the BITMAIN release of the KS3s is anything like I've seen with the K7, or even more recently too with the KA3 miners, there's definitely going to be a lot more miners released. And let me scroll and open this up a little bit more, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we currently have 1.1 petahash, or 1110 terahash. Is the existing on the market. And that's why the daily revenue is $2,419 a day. Let me move this over a little bit more. Now, if on the first batch of the KS3 miners, let's just say for argument's sake, they release 2,000 miners, which is, I think, similar to what was released for the KA3s when they first came out. I'm not sure, but that's based on my quick calculations. That's going to mean the profitability of these miners is going to drop significantly, because the overall network hash rate is going to go up about 16 times over that. And the daily revenue then would go down to about $151.64. So wow, that's a big hit. And that's just from batch one. You know, people be thinking, oh wow, 2,400, maybe it'll go down to 2,000. But if they release 2,000 of these miners, we're going to be looking at the hash rate going up significantly and the daily revenue dropping a lot. Now, the other thing to keep in mind too is that typically I don't see BITMAIN releasing their miners on schedule. They tend to be late. I originally had one of the KA3s. I was actually one of the first people to get it. I was actually on the early delivery side of December, but I didn't get it till early February. So that's a little over 2 months of mining at that top premium dollar that I wasn't able to use because BITMAIN was testing them or doing a burn-in on them. So honestly too, I doubt we'll see these miners in August, maybe September, but probably more like October. But I guess time will tell. They could surprise me too. But, you know, again, it's possible they'll release less miners. Maybe they'll only release 1,000 miners. And then the revenue will be up at $285. But that's still significantly less than the $2,400 right now. But what if they release more miners, like 3,000 miners? Then it's going to go down to, just over $100, $103, just from 3,000 miners. Can BITMAIN make that many miners? You better believe it. I've seen it with the KA3 and I've seen it with the K7. They're able to release a significant amount of miners really quickly into the marketplace. And the other thing too is that a lot of times when BITMAIN, they release their first batch, they already are working on their second batch and they have them being, quote, doing their burn-in and testing too. So right away, when you have maybe 2,000 miners on the market, you're going to probably have another 1,000 of them being tested out on BITMAIN. That's hash rate that we're going to have to contend with as well. But even if we want to take conservative numbers, let's say if we go 1,500 miners for the first batch, that brings it down to about 198. Say second batch, if it's scheduled maybe a few months later, in November. Maybe it'll actually get there by January though. And let's say if they release another 1,500 of these miners. But remember, BITMAIN is in the business of selling miners. The more miners they sell, the more money they make. Then we're going to see, the revenue after the second batch alone would be coming down to just over $103.25. So that's only the first two batches. So you're seeing what was originally, $2,400, would almost like $1 million a year would be making, and quickly go down that much. And then if they do the same thing for maybe if they have a third release at some point too, also $1,500. Wow, now we're down to about $69, $70. And let's just say they do it again, which is maybe a 1 year from now though too. But you're talking this miner can quickly come down. And that reason is because there's only a little like 1.1 petahash. It's not like Dogecoin or Litecoin where there's a huge amount of hash rate on it. And if they released another 1,000 or a couple of thousand miners, it doesn't make a big impact. Talking about KASPA is really a virgin coin. This is really the first time we're seeing this type of hash rate come onto it. And the impacts of it are potentially very, very significant. So please keep that in mind and do your own calculations. Maybe I fat-fingered it and typed in a number wrong here. Again, if I did, please drop a comment down below so I can put an update in the video description or some comments so everyone can see. But this is just my concern because I originally bought one of the first KA3 miners. I bought one of the first K7 miners too, and I love those miners. But the only problem was that BITMAIN flooded the market with too many of those miners too fast. And now everyone who has those miners, including myself, we're just struggling to break even on it. So I just really wanted to point this out to you that there's no free lunch. You don't get nothing for free from BITMAIN. Although their miners, I will say they're A+ in their top quality. I love them. Their practice of how they release so many miners without caring about how quickly we ROI really is pretty disappointing to me. That about wraps it up for today, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'd love to know what you guys think of this new KS3, which is going to be coming soon. What do you think the price is going to be? What do you think the mining revenue is going to be after the first batch? Do you agree with my numbers, or do you disagree? I'd love to know, so definitely drop your comments down below. If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe. You subscribing really means a lot to me. So until next time, stay safe. I'll see you on the next video.